Good evening everyone, Airbus Cockpit Coach here, and I hope you're all well. Thanks for joining me in Zurich, where we're going to be taking the Fenix A320 over to London Luton. Put time back a little bit, so we're still in a bit of daylight and we see a bit of the scenery here. This is actually, I believe, the standard scenery, because my payware scenery I had for this that moved over from Flight Sim 2020 has grass all over the apron, so that needs a bit of work doing to it. But we're going to be going into the inner builds, Luton. Real world, we're departing runway 28, so it's this one running along here. And landing on 07 Luton, which was where I landed yesterday on that runway. So in the real world. So winds have shifted around a little bit in the UK, so it's not the prevailing direction. Hey Ted, Gareth, Flight Simulation, hope you're well. Been a while. Been a busy few weeks. I've had a nightmare of a day with a simulator, because I think the 2024 had a bit of an update somewhere, and it threw my community folder out. So I tried to do a system restore, and that didn't do anything, so that broke it even more. So I had to go back and had to basically find everything again. So wasn't the best of starts today. And the simulators, hopefully it all works. There might be a few settings we need to adjust, but we'll work our way through it. Reaper 88, hello. You've been watching the videos lately. Practice for your first VATSIM flight. Happy to catch a stream. Excellent. Yep. We're going to be on VATSIM. It's a little bit quiet at the moment. Let me bring up this traffic around. There might be a bit of control later going into to Belgium and over the North Sea. We had a bit of a northerly route to going north over the North Sea through Belgium. I think the routing today, for the looks of it. I'll show you that in a moment. First of all, let's so we've got a flight plan. Zurich to Luton, well, that's looking promising. Let me just bring this down a bit. It's all too bright, isn't it? It seems very bright in this cockpit, actually, doesn't it? Hopefully you can all hear me okay as well. Maybe settings need adjusting. If they do, just let me know. Claus, good evening to you. Andy, good evening. Hope you're all well. Right, let's just do a few checks. See, that shouldn't be up there, should it? Shouldn't be armed. Just make sure we got the app running. Let's froze a few things. That is running there. Okay. Just a few things out of place. That's all. I wouldn't expect them to be. All right. So, and also make sure things are moving before we get too far along and realise we've got a hardware problem. So they're all up. Excellent. So masters are on. They should be off. You've been playing around with this today, using the Thrustmaster hardware there. Right, throttle is idle. Gear lever down. Wipers are off. Battery voltages all fine up there. Throw those on. It does look very bright, doesn't it? It's have I got a light on in here? No, no lights. Oh, I was thinking that myself, Claus. It's very bright. Is it a time of day thing? Let's have a look. Shall we readjust a little bit and see if that makes a difference? Just maybe that's better. We'll go a bit later. We'll just move the evening. Well, it's still bright though, isn't it? Strange. High five. Thank you, Ted. We'll see if we can sort out our brightness issues somehow. That's just causing that. Right, let's see if we've got a flight plan. Which we do. So we're going to be easy 72 Alpha Whiskey, 320 CFM 56. Hopefully that's what we're in. Cruising at 360, Tropo at 31,500 today. So if you weight 60.2 and a light tailwind component of 4 knots. Starting 28, 360, Orbit 1 Yankee, and these about 1 November in 207. Dokes. So let's just work our way up. Side. We do a test of the cabin cabin bells there, calls. Resupply on. Ground control on. Captain 1, 2 and 3. And over here we want nav and logo. No smoking auto. Emergency exits armed. Those down a bit. Fire tests. Excellent, something's working. Of course, we would have scanned our circuit breakers before getting in the cockpit. We look down them from this side normally. You didn't see anything standing out just as you come in the door. You give your eye down those ones. These are the ones that pop down here, the higher voltage ones. Normally, a cup of tea machine usually pops. Well, wondering, do you become a captain after a certain amount of flight hours? How do you become one if not? Experience is a factor, so flight hours is a factor, of course. Why is it so bright in here? That's annoying me, that is. I might just turn the time of day down just to turn the day down. Let's go a bit later in the evening. Right, let's make it a bit more sensible over here. So there's obviously assessments to pass. You need experience. You have to do the conversion. They're looking for a certain decision-making personality as well, Welshie. So there's a number of factors that come into it. Some people, I've seen people who just have never moved from the first officer seat because it's a different thing. It's more of a management role as well. So there's other things you get involved in the captain side as well. So there's a whole different captain's assessment to run through for it, and checks that we get put through, and we'll be assessed on those in the simulator. So we'll have a slightly different check to the first officers as well. It's more of a decision making and leadership type scenarios. If I give you an example of one which I had in my last sim check, it was okay, we've had a medical emergency on board and we need to get down straight away. Serious. We need an immediate hospital treatment. So we divert, and then all of a sudden we have a dual radio altimeter failure. What are we going to do? So that then, it's those kind of scenarios you get thrown with in the simulator. So that limits your options, it limits your airports you can go into, and it's just throwing pressure on you to make you think on the spot. I can give you a real world example from my flight yesterday as well. Let's just get going with this. Bit of a spicy flight yesterday. Not from the actual flight was fine, it's the passengers. As usual. (72) Alpha Whiskey. And what cost index have we got today? Index up 9. It's 360 forecasted winds. We got 56. Bravo, hello to you. So, could somebody fly for, say, 20 years and not become it? Yes, they absolutely, yeah. And, you know, some people, it is a different job. Okay, so extra responsibility, and it's a little bit more stress when things go wrong, and you know, you have to start thinking it's on you, but you also get involved in a lot of management. So I'm currently involved in line training and those kind of things as well, and there's a few other duties you get involved in terms of the paperwork side beyond the flight deck as well. But that's kind of, some of those things are optional, you know, working on safety things and initiatives and those kind of things. Right, this is all still very bright, isn't it? It's not have an auto dimming thing now, or am I making that up? Should have got this going already, shouldn't I? So GSX 170 planned. Let's just get GSX on the way. Cargo 2.2, 6.1 tons on the fuel. 6.2. So yesterday, example on the real world flights, we had a couple of passengers fighting. Unfortunately, all too common these days. Alcohol fueled. One person had a bit too much to drink, was being very loud. Somebody told said person to be quiet, and they got some abuse back, and it all kicked off. So in those situations, Tokyo Convention comes in. So as the commander, a piloting commander of an aircraft, as soon as the doors close on the ground, you're responsible for the law on that aircraft and maintaining order. There's different levels of severity we deal with in class incidents so the moment someone starts tampering with the door, for example, that's code 6. That's the highest level of severity in terms of a safety incident or security incident on board, and we act very differently to it, rather than just passengers drinking too much. That's a level down. It can obviously be very dangerous and cause, you know, a lot of problems on board. But yeah, we ended up tying somebody up yesterday. But we didn't have to divert. Managed to subdue said person. But unfortunately, it happens all too often. Right, so are we loading? Let's have a look outside, because I've had to reinstall everything here today. Yeah, we had a chap turn up. He looks like he's going to do some refuelling for us. That's excellent. This isn't where I would normally park, actually. I just like this little cul-de-sac here. Although there's somebody else, company traffic here, but down over there is where I'd normally be coming to this destination. Yes, well, actually, that was mid-flight. Personally, I totally disagree with any mix of alcohol and flying. When you do what I do every day, you see the amount of disruption that causes. It just doesn't make sense. FSX flights, hello to you, love the channel, and you're currently flying in the air somewhere over Europe. Okay, so limiting factor today is the zero fuel weight. Fuel, fine, 66 on the takeoff weight. Fine, landing weight forecast to be under load of 821 kilograms. Quite tight. So we've had a few extra people and a load of luggage turn up. Keep an eye on that. So, max shear rate 3.7 at Sasky, so a few bumps. Nothing to be alarmed about. Is that you? Just parked down the road. EasyJet traffic, Andy. Excellent. So we got a prelim. Let's see, we got a prelim. Do like a prelim. Prelim. Who's Alright, got Zurich approach online. That message, they're bleeping at me. Let me just skedoodle over here. One thing I like from this will be my Macto 30. Make a note of that. So this is our takeoff trim at the moment. 31.7. Tower 10, got water. Yeah. Okay, accept that. .2. Full fuel was 6.2, I think. Takeoff. Okay, got 6 tons. Manchester's the alternate, 1.2. Oh, cool. It's putting these in at the moment, just off the prelim, so we can see immediately if we've got any problems with those fuel figures. So we're doing those in advance of getting too far down the line. We may need minor adjustment to that once we're finally loaded. Bit of evening lighting, a bit of ambience in the cockpit here. Alright, so we're going in that case, so we got that in, we're waiting for final weights. Flight plan 28. The verbits. From where we are. 1 Yankee. My mini FCU is playing up. See if it's working. Nope, it's playing up. That's a shame. It's kaput. Right, early left turn. I've only got my Navigo off panel in now. Where's that gone? Oh, there.
This way, please.
Everything's broken. Everything's broken. One simple install. I'm just going to use that to cross-check my charts. It's what it is. So, early left turn, we've got 2 turn knots, 5,067. 2 turn knots, 5, 6, 7 to Burbit. We're looking good. And then off to Dunsey. Initial climb clearance, 5,000. And we'll throw that in. Yeah, no alcohol in the airport. I'm in that camp. That would have saved me a few diversions in my career. MSA in the departure 4,500, and you'll see that right on the line, so we want to go left. If we have issues, stay away from the 5,600 zone over here. We could throw this in.
Welcome on board. This way, please. Hello.
There we go. So there's our little quarter there. So these marks, got the 040 and the 100. That's our zone of safety in terms of MSA. So we know we're in a 4,006. What was it? 4645. Sorry, 45 zone in that patch there. I've just been looking at the wing MCDUs, and only thing is, I thought, yeah, great, I'll happily get one.
This way.
But when I'm streaming and clicking away, you won't see what I'm pressing. So, slight issue with that, just from my experience. But I would like one. Was the one in November, wasn't it? I was looking at tillers more than anything. Tiller is the one thing I'm missing. As one of our channel members,
Good evening.
Peter, he sent me a link, he sent me some information on one, and I was just looking at that. And that's out of stock at the moment.
Hello.
Everything I want is out of stock. I want a new GPU, that's out of stock. Nowhere in the whole world can you get a GPU. Right, let's cycle through the flight plan, shall we? Let's have a look, see where we're going. Make sure it looks reasonably sensible, and we're going towards the UK and not China.
Hello.
There you go. Where we want to be. Right, the global store faster, is it? Is there more tax to pay on the global store when you have the delivery though? Is that something you get stung with?
Good evening. Hello. Hello.
No import tax. Okay.
This way, please.
I'm just seeing if I can get my company tablet up so I can see.
Good evening.
What we're doing for a missed not a missed approach, an engine failure.
Hello. Boarding house.
Right, 1.5 DME Clotten. It's a left turn. Proceed to radial 270 to 15 DME.
Hello.
Probably going to be a fixed info job by the sounds of it. So, let's go Clotten, Charlie Lima Oscar. First one, so runway 28 at 1.5 DME Clotten.
This way, please.
Left turn, radial 270.
This way, please.
And out to 15 DME. Then right turn to Giphole to hold. Okay, so we just do another Clotten, be 15 DME.
This way, please.
Secondary will flow in
Hello.
Giphole.
Good evening.
To hold. Computed now. And we'll also go new destination of Zurich.
Hello.
They're actually landing 14 and 4 at the moment. We're in an ILS 1-4. It's a nice long one way, longer than 2.8, so we'll take that as well. So
Welcome on board.
zoom in on that for you and have a look. So departing out here.
May I see your boarding pass?
Let's see our initial wing. Is that initial wing? So once we get to the first ring,
Welcome on
left
board.
turn, we'll intercept that track. We can do a direct to and pick up the track out to 15 into Giphole, which is just out here, and then we'll come in for 1-4.
Hello.
Is it 3-2 now? Okay, well, there's a bit of go, and now we've got a controller online. I was going off flight radar 24 actually, seeing what they're doing in the real world. So 3-2's 3-2's good. That's the moment. Just a complete swing around to what they're doing in the real world. Let me just double check that. Oh, they're landing to 8 now. Looks of it. Yeah.
Welcome on board.
Has all just swung around. Yeah, they've gone out 3-2. The last aircraft. That's completely reversed airport operations. There we go.
Good evening.
Right, so in that case, all that wasn't for nothing. So oh dear. This is real world. This is real world. So
Hello.
3-2 it is.
Hello.
Scrap that. What are we going to be on?
Hello.
I might just be quicker just to contact the controller when it always give me.
May I see your boarding pass?
I was going to say, Andy, I was going to contact the controller and he'll give me what he wants me to do, rather than have to change it again. I get me clearance. So, who are we speaking to?
This
135 230. Radio panel. Radio panel is what we need as well. Just make sure that sound is on for you as well for air traffic control. Head up.
785 is ready for pushback and start.
Let me know that's too loud. Adjustments as required.
Swiss 785 pushback goes on to November phase 2.
Start of push approved to November facing west, Swiss 785.
Good evening.
48.
This way, please.
He's just gonna. Bravo. Oh. Right, let's me frame my surround. Information Bravo, and what at QNH? We've got 1007.
This way, please.
What are we? 72 Alpha Whiskey. Zurich approach. Good evening. Easy 72 Alpha Whiskey's a stand. Alpha 48. Information Bravo QNH 1007. A320. Requesting clearance to London Luton.
Easy 72 Alpha Whiskey, you're cleared Luton, runway 32, via bit for November departure. Correction, climb altitude 5,000 feet, squawk 6711.
Good London Luton, runway 32, Vibit 1 November departure, stop climb 5,000, squawk 6711, easy 72 Alpha Whiskey.
Easy 72 Alpha Whiskey, we back correct, report ready for push and start.
Good evening.
Okay, 72 Alpha Whiskey. Right,
Swiss 242, request taxi to the runway.
6711.
242, taxi bearing
There's your answer out, Andy. It's the
Correction, ultra loud.
Say again, please.
Swiss 242, correction, taxi via inner
right,
kilo,
32.
hold short runway 28.
Taxi via inner kilo, hold short 28, Swiss 242.
Welcome on board.
Zurich arrival, Gunam Lufthansa, Takeoff passing level 269 and descending level 160 and 1 Sulz A320, information Bravo.
I thought he said 1 November.
Lufthansa
But it's
2
4 November.
Arrivals, green queue.
That's the only option.
Descent flight level 150. You're cleared.
Good evening.
You can expect runway 28, Vectors 28 via Redilux.
Okay, descending level 150, expecting vectors for the LS28 via vectors out of Relux, Lufthansa, Takeoff.
But there isn't a 1 November, so it's 4.
Lufthansa 2 Golf Yankee, correction, cleared Relax to Alpha.
November.
Get Relux to Alpha,
Makes
arrival
sense.
Lufthansa, Takeoff.
Swiss 1 Charlie Zulu, turn left heading 310.
310 Swiss 1 Charlie Zulu.
Oh, I could have left those MSA boundaries in actually.
Hello.
this one's the confusing one.
Good evening, Zurich. Approach. This is EGGW Papa Yankee on the ground at stand A44. Airbus A320 looking for IFR clearance to Luton with information Bravo.
Swiss 242, cross runway 28, continue taxi back to Kilo, hold short runway 32.
Continue taxi via Kilo, crossing runway 28, hold short runway 32, Swiss 242.
Swiss 1 Charlie Zulu, cleared ILS.
Right, that's the zone of safety.
Continue with the ILS approach runway 28, Swiss 1 Charlie Zulu.
South Alpha Golf, overhead Arfax, cleared ILS runway
Let's find an engine out.
24, report established.
3D me Clotten.
Delta Alpha Golf, say again please, sorry.
Delta Alpha Golf, when ready, descend 6,000 feet, QNH
Right turn, radio 335, Clotten.
Cleared ILS 24, report established.
We need a 6.5 as well, and a radial
Descend
of...
altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1008 at Alphas and cleared ILS 24, Delta Alpha Golf.
Lufthansa 2 Golf Yankee, descend flight level 120.
Descending level 120, Lufthansa to Golf Yankee.
Swiss 242, winds
6.5.
variable of 2 knots, runway 32, clear takeoff.
Wait for takeoff, runway 32, Swiss 242.
Good evening.
It's the Zulu uniform echo to hold to this one. The Gipole comes out, Zulu uniform echo comes in.
Hello.
EZ03 Papa Yankee, comms check please.
Good evening.
Easy 3 Papa Yankee, readability 3, good evening to you.
Good evening, EZ03 Papa Yankee on the ground at Zurich, stand A44, Airbus A320 looking for IFR clearance to Luton with information Bravo.
Easy 3 Papa Yankee, cleared Luton, runway 32, via bit for November departure, time 5,000 feet,
November.
squawk 6706.
Roger that,
There you go.
departing runway
Oh.
32 with BBIX 4 November departure, squawk 6706.
Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to climb straight ahead until we get to the first
Easy 3 Papa Yankee, back correct.
blue radius ring,
report
then we
verification
track
stuff.
over here, following this line to the second radius ring,
Swiss 1
at which
Charlie
point we'll
Zulu
activate the
at
secondary,
28.
and that will take us over
Swiss
to
242, you're identified, climb
Zulu uniform echo to hold.
flight level 120.
And we can now set up for
Up to flight level
28, which is what they're landing at.
Swiss 242.
Right.
Zurich
28.
radar, Swiss Air 551 Caruzzi. We are flight level 200 massive. Sorry for the late handoff. That guy was really busy.
Oh yes, still in Zurich. Making a mess on our navigation, I suppose.
The pilot connection off and on with platform.
Hello.
Don't need that outer radius ring actually, do I? So another one in there. Don't need, that's at 15.
551, thanks so much. You're identified. Back to ILS runway
That one hiding
28.
Take that one out.
Set your squawk
that one out.
6707 as well, please.
Right, that's a bit.
707 for Swiss 551, Swiss Air 551.
Right, so we know what we're doing in an emergency. We pop an engine.
Welcome on board.
Right, we loaded yet?
Swiss 551, continue on expression fly, heading 270. And
Yeah, this is real world.
level
So we had a quick swing around there in terms of.
270 descend at 900 for Swiss
Sorry,
Air
some passengers
551.
come on board.
Good evening.
In terms of runways, so when I just first loaded in, it was all the other way around.
Swiss 242, proceed direct Rosos, correction Rosos.
Direct to Rodos.
7 these people getting on board. I can't see anybody getting on board.
Swiss 551, turn right, heading to 90.
Oh, it's going up slowly.
Turn
Taking their
290
time.
Swiss Air 551.
As you have
1
300
Charlie
Bravo,
Zulu, establish runway 28.
Swiss 1 Charlie Zulu, winds variable at 2 knots, runway 28, you're clear to land.
Clear
3-2,
to land,
would he?
runway
Full
28
length.
with 1 Charlie Zulu.
Saying 1008, 1007 was on the ATIS.
Riyadh 39
107.
Bravo.
Checked 3 times.
You identified cleared Negra to Alpha. Arrival expect the ILS runway.
Aerodrome altitude
28.
looking
Descend
pretty
flight
good,
level
so
90.
within 30 feet tolerance.
Negra
Okay.
2 Alpha for runway 28, descend flight level 90 to get 39.
34, 34, 37, flexing
Riyadh
61,
39 Bravo,
arm
turn
flaps
right
1.
heading to 80.
And right heading 280 to get 39.
Twist 551, turn left heading 090.
090 left turn for
Send
Swiss
that
Air
over.
551.
That's looking pretty
Lufthansa 2
sensible.
Golf Yankee, turn right
34,
heading,
34, 137, 1 down
110.
361. So the big
Turn
check
left
here,
heading 110.
218 on the clean.
Left heading 110
220.
to Golf Yankee.
Swiss 242 for the time on advisory, 122.8, have a good one.
122 decimal 8, Swiss 242, thank you for your service.
We need to do
We're
a...
calling for taxi on the ground, apologies.
I might just turn these people off.
0 in
Right. A slight difference on the clean speed because that'll be our figures somewhere, so we need to get the final load sheet in. Well, actually, I mean, it's tight turn wasn't as hard as the turn on the 28 departure actually. But yeah, lots of terrain around Zurich. There's some sort of well, not huge hills. There's some big ones at the end of runways, conveniently placed. So there's a few tight turns, and one for the special engine out SID as well. So any engine out SID with turns is a special engine out standard instrument departure. Zurich has quite a few of those. I've got one of those videos dropped into the how you set those up in the one of the members' videos. But basically what we're doing today, just some of it you can do if it's radial, some of it you can do with the secondary flight plan, some of it you can't because you're reliant on either lateral waypoints, basically the information, the longitude and latitude, place bearing distance, or place bearing. If you haven't got the information, the bearings you need and the distances from 2 points, you can't set them all up, so you have to do a bit of a usage of both fixed info and secondary flight plan to sort some of these special EOCIDs out. But don't overcomplicate it. What we've done today, so that first range ring, if we had an engine failure, we pop, especially in flight sim when you're single crewed and you can be doing all sorts by yourself, you're going to hit that 3 mile radius very quickly. You wouldn't have even probably activated the secondary by then because you're going to be doing ECAM actions, flying the aircraft, make sure accelerating and climbing, all those things. So just having the reference there on display is probably more handy than having it tucked away in the secondary flight plan as a waypoint. So do bear that in mind. Sometimes it's, while secondary is great, you can just throw it in and the computer will fly it. Just after takeoff like we are today, when we've got a lot to do on an engine failure, that will be an issue. So bear that in mind. That first range ring is important. That first bearing there, that radial from the Clotten VOR is also important. So we can just manually make the turns from visually referencing the navigation display. Right, these passengers need to get a hurry on. 51, 52. This is because I've reset my GSX settings today, so it's on sort of normal. Need to turn the speed of the people up. Although it is reasonably realistic in terms of how people take their time to board. Right, what do we need down here? Let's have a look. So if we come to, we've got 1215 over here. Yep, that's fine, and we'll monitor VHF2 as well. We'll not speak on there. Have to the cabin as well. Be something interesting. So 30. Fine there. Or GSX didn't work. Okay. Mine will probably do the same to me, no doubt. Right, I'm pretty much ready to go. I'm just waiting for passengers to get on. And what we can do, talk about our routing over. So I'm going to expect a crossing at either, we're currently here, we'll loop round. I'm not sure we'll get inner or outer. I think we go inner and then outer. Be Juliet or Kilo, and probably Kilo I would have thought. Hot spots though, so crossing an active runway today, so that's the big watch out. So crossing 28, which is in use for landing. They're paying particular attention to the approach, then over to runway 32. That central runway is a cause of a lot of conflicts and issues in the real world, so we do pay particular attention to that on our taxi. Done takeoff performance, just need to run a few more checks on that when we get the final load sheet cross. Engine out SID, so straight ahead, 3 DME, and we're tracking out on the radial Luton to 6.5, and then we're in the right turn to the Zulu Uniform Echo, which is in the secondary, and we'll throw that in as required. And we're planning to come back in for runway 28, and that's in the box as well. Hamoud, thank you for the sub. Welcome. So happy to come straight back into Zurich today if we have any issues, and we're underweight for a landing. On the takeoff roll, we'll stop for any master cautions, warnings up to V1. We'll be go-minded today with the conditions. Happy to deal with things in the after V1 we'll stop, sorry, up to 100 knots we'll stop for any master cautions or warnings. Beyond 100 knots we'll stop for any fire warning or master caution, severe damage or flight control issues. Beyond that we'll deal with it in the air. We're on the Vibbit for November of the MSA, and we're turning into the 4,500 zone. But initially, straight ahead, we have an area of higher terrain which we need to pay attention to, and we need to get our right chart up for that as well. That's now changed. Archer. Yeah, oh, that one. Yeah, so we're taking off into 5,600 zone. You see you've got the terrain rising here. So that left turn for the departure is key. Engine failure, remember we're turning right. That's also key. So we'll be tracking off in this direction initially and then coming over here to the Zulu Uniform Echo. Top climb 5,000, cleared by ATCs in the box. 210, is it 210 knots? Speed restriction, yeah, 210 knots and speed restriction initially. Good to keep the speed low as well for early tight turns, so we can, if you wanted to, come down and go perf. Right, next phase. Could do a pre-selected speed here, obviously the 210's in there. You could hold it lower than that if you wanted to maintain turns, so you do a pre-selected speed which kicks in and opens the speed window on departure. And another video on that somewhere as well. Tower online as well now, Andy. We're getting spoilt. Right, so let's tune them in. Ready? I've got 2 approach frequencies up on my box. Let's have a look. Oh, it's all coming alive, isn't it? Right. You're right, tower 18.1.
Switch 551, tower on 118.1 at landing.
Over to tower on 118.1, Swiss Air 5510.
What am I doing? Right, we're loaded.
5 on 2 tower, hello, continue approach.
Continuing approach for Swiss Air 551, parking Bravo 41.
Send the exact figures over.
551, let me check.
218 now, the exact figures. 218 and performance. E20.
Bravo 41 might be occupied because it's a large one on 39.
Just give me the closest one. I'll expect it and I'll get ready for it.
Bravo 45.
Bravo 45 it is, thank you.
6-3.
3785 ready for departure on runway 32. 3785, wind variable 2 knots, runway 32, cleared for takeoff. 3785, runway 32, cleared for takeoff, thank you. 6551, wind variable 2 knots, runway 28, cleared to land.
Clear to land, Swiss Air 551.
Rounding issue, not worried too much about it. It'll be there somewhere. Right, all good to go. We got a new ATIS at all? Let's just double check that. Need to get going, don't we? Delta, right.
Delta, guten Abend. Swiss 33 Echo stand Bravo 39. Information Charlie requesting clearance to Wien.
Could also be our ship, so...
Echo City Tower, hello. Information Charlie is current runway 32 Vienna, Deges 5 Lima departure. Initial climb 5,000 feet, squawk 1,000.
Cleared to Vienna via runway 12, Deges 5 Lima departure, initial climb 5,000, squawk 1,000, Swiss 33 Echo.
Swiss 33 Echo, read back correct. Swiss 785 vacated runway 32, climbing up to altitude 5,000. Swiss 785, contact arrival 135.230, bye-bye. Swiss 785, contact arrival on 135.230, bye-bye, thank you. Swiss 9 Bravo Lima.
Swiss 9 Bravo Lima.
Swiss 9 Bravo Lima, behind landing traffic, clear to cross runway 28, no delay.
Landing traffic, cross runway 28 on kilo, no delay, Swiss 9 Bravo Lima.
Oh, hello, Easy 72 Alpha Whiskey, stand Alpha 48, request push and start.
Easy 72 Alpha Whiskey, push and start is approved.
Push and start approves, Easy 72 Alpha Whiskey. Driver.
Zurich Tower, Edelweiss 9 Tango Papa at stand Echo 26 with information Delta on board. Request IFR clearance to Rome.
We are ready for pushback.
Edelweiss 9 Tango Papa, I do not have you on my departure.
Always catches me, you got that thing where you... if you turn your seatbelts on the beacon, it disconnects the
Edelweiss 9
radar.
Tango Papa, this second it appears, stand by for the clearance. Swiss 9 Bravo Lima, line up runway 32 and wait.
Line wait runway 32, Swiss 9 Bravo Lima.
Target leading Etihad 39 Bravo, ILS 28.
Etihad 39 Bravo, Zurich Tower, hello, wind variable 2 knots, runway 28, clear to land.
Clear to land 28, Etihad 39 Bravo.
Edelweiss 9 Tango Papa, ready to copy.
Ready to copy, Edelweiss 9 Tango Papa.
Edelweiss 9 Tango Papa, information Charlie is current, cleared to Rome, runway 32.
Okay,
Ready
before
for
start
November
checklist,
departure, initial climb 5,000
parking rate
feet,
currently
squawk
set,
1,000.
takeoff data
Cleared Rome Timotimo runway 32.
is confirmed 34, 34, 37,
Flight correction
maps 1, flex
5000,
61.
David 4 November departure and squawk 1000. Edelweiss 9 Tango Papa.
Airbus A320 Tango Papa, read back correct, break.
I can break release.
Swiss Snap and the Bravo Lima, wind variable 2 knots, runway 32, clear for takeoff.
32 clear for takeoff, Swiss 9 Bravo Lima.
Doors are currently being armed.
Good evening,
Closed.
Lufthansa 4 Alpha Kilo,
And the beacon is on. It's complete and starting engine 1. Engine mode selector starts. And 2.
Lufthansa 4 Alpha Kilo, stand by for clear. Swiss 551, clear to cross runway 16 after crossing. Continue taxi Echo 7 November for gate Bravo 45.
Crossing 34 and Echo 7 November 1 for Bravo 45 for Swiss Air 551. Have a good night.
Lufthansa 2 Golf Yankee, LSZH. Please pay attention to
Lufthansa 2 Golf Yankee, continue approach, expect lake clearance.
Copy,
continue Lufthansa 2 Golf Yankee.
important information about exit routes, oxygen.
How are we doing?
Swiss
That's available and starting engine 2.
Swiss 33 Echo, stand by for push and start.
Cabin crew are now pointing out the exits nearest to you.
Etihad 39 Bravo, vacate to the right, no delay.
Emergency lighting.
We'll get off to the right.
In an emergency, leave.
Makes it.
Papa, request push and start.
Oh, I didn't put my pumps
Airbus
down.
Tango Papa, push and start is approved, facing east.
Push and start approved, facing east, Airbus 9 Tango Papa.
Swiss 9 Bravo Lima, contact arrival 135.230, bye bye.
Departure Swiss 9 Bravo Lima, top radio.
Which is fine until you want to get in there.
Cheers, Abend. Lufthansa 2 Golf Yankee, wind variable 2 knots, runway
Oh,
28,
T-Fed.
clear to land.
Clear to land 28, Lufthansa 2 Golf Yankee.
Right, Clotten we got. I will hard tune Clotten because that is key.
Lufthansa 4 Alpha Kilo, ready to copy.
Affirmative, Lufthansa 4 Alpha Kilo.
Lufthansa 4 Alpha Kilo. Information Charlie is current, clear to Munich, runway 32. Takeoff 5 Lima departure, initial climb 5,000 feet, squawk 1,000.
Dimension, Takeoff 5 Lima departure, runway.
No undercarriage on landing traffic still. I've got the latest model installed. It's a VATSIM thing. It's definitely a VATSIM thing.
Lufthansa 4 Alpha Kilo, read back correct. Etihad 39 Bravo, continue taxi, clear to cross
Right,
runway 16
starts.
on Bravo. Continue taxi to
Move
gate
selector norm.
Echo
Engine anti-ice
35
not
via
required.
Bravo, Foxtrot and Delta.
Clear to cross runway 16 at Bravo.
Terrain is key, we'll get that on.
Exit 355 Bravo, Foxtrot and Delta. Etihad 39 Bravo.
Reflex 1. Sponder. I'm going to put TARA on now because of click spots. And we'll do flight control checks here.
Hello, Easy 96 Whiskey November.
Mean aerodynamic chord was
Easy
30.
96 Whiskey November, Zurich Tower low, wind variable 2 knots, runway 28, clear to land.
Clear to land.
Down 3, down 4, so thereabouts. We had. That's where I'm going to set it. Reset by the CG.
Did not forget you, please squawk 1000 as soon as the aircraft behind you has cleared. You are ready for pushback.
Well,
So it's
down.
and reset squawk 1000.
left. Alright. Neutral and rudders.
Lufthansa 7-4, ready to copy.
Ready to copy,
Right, good to go.
Lufthansa 7-4, information Charlie is current, clear to Berlin, runway 32, Takeoff 5 Lima departure, initial climb 5,000 feet, squawk 1,000.
Cave to Berlin, runway 22, departure, Takeoff 5 Lima departure, initial 5,000 feet, squawk 1,000
Lufthansa 7-4, read back correct. Lufthansa 2 Golf Yankee, clear to cross runway 16, Lima, from Lima to Echo 7, link 3 to gate Alpha 17.
Lufthansa 2 Golf Yankee is clear to cross runway 16 via Lima Echo 7, link 3 Alpha 17, Lufthansa 2 Golf Yankee.
Easy 72 Alpha Whiskey, request taxi.
Easy 72 Alpha Whiskey, taxi to holding point runway 32 via November, Foxtrot, Alpha, Kilo. Hold short runway 28 on Kilo and give way to the Lufthansa crossing on Lima Echo 7 from left to right.
Okay, taxi holding point runway 32 via November, Foxtrot, Alpha, Kilo. Hold short of runway 28 at Kilo and give way to the Lufthansa at Lima Echo 7. Was that crossing left to right?
Swiss 5 Quebec Delta at stand Alpha 49er, A320 with information Delta on board. Request IFR clearance to
Clear left side, clear right side. Parking brakes released.
Swiss 5 Quebec Delta, stand by for clear.
Copy.
Brake check.
Easy 72 Alpha Whiskey, you can move ahead on to Foxtrot. The Lufthansa will cross in front of you on link 3 then when you are on Foxtrot.
Okay, we'll proceed on to Foxtrot, Easy 72 Alpha Whiskey.
Swiss 33 Echo, push and start is approved.
Push and start approved, Swiss 33 Echo.
This is Foxtrot, isn't it?
Two aircraft at the time. One wants to taxi. Who's that?
Papa, request taxi.
Otherwise, 9 Tango Papa, taxi go to runway 32 and line up runway 32.
Taxi to runway 32 and lining up runway 32. Taxi route is that Charlie and Hotel?
Like 9 Tango Papa, sorry, I forgot to give you the routing. It's
Foxtrot,
Charlie 1 Kilo.
Alpha Kilo. That's
Charlie 1 Kilo. So advise 9 Tango Papa, thanks.
Zurich Tower below, Swiss 15 from Mike, full establish west switch.
Swiss 15 Romeo Mike, continue approach.
Continue 15 from Mike.
Easy 9er Whiskey November, turn left.
Vacate left, Easy 96 Whiskey November.
Thank you.
Easy 03 Papa Yankee, stand A44, ready for push and start.
That's the inner. We want the next one, which is the outer, which is Alpha.
Easy, let me check, Alpha 44. Easy 3 Papa Yankee, push and start is approved.
Okay, we're clear on the left side.
Roger that. Push
Clear
and start.
over on the right
Easy
side.
03 Papa Yankee.
Zurich Lufthansa 4 Alpha Kilo, stand Alpha 04, requesting push and start.
Lufthansa 4 Alpha Kilo, stand by for push and start.
Yeah, this is why I need a tiller. I cannot get the sensitivity to work for me on steering on the ground. It's the most unrealistic part of my sim, unfortunately. There we go. So, second left is...
Lost 9 Tango Papa, we have some technical difficulties. We will hold here.
Advise 9 Tango Papa, yes, hold position on Charlie 1.
May as well slow down so we've got traffic to land, unless it's going to let us cross.
Swiss 15 Romeo Mike, wind variable, runway 28, clear to land.
Cleared.
Clear to land, Swiss 15 from Mike.
Easy 96 Whiskey November, taxi to stand Charlie 5.
This is Kilo, and we'll be given the hold short instruction at Kilo.
7, Foxtrot and Mike.
Hotspots.
You're clear to cross runway 16 on Lima to Echo 7.
Okay, taxi stand Charlie 59 via Lima, Echo 7, Foxtrot and Mike, cleared to cross runway 10 via Lima and Echo 7.
Yeah, take off
Easy
climb
96 Whiskey November.
It's runway 16, but it's fine.
Apologies, yeah, cross 16. Easy 96 Whiskey November.
Swiss 5 Quebec Delta, ready to copy.
Ready to copy.
Swiss 5 Quebec Delta, information Charlie is current. We are cleared to London, runway 32, Webit 4 November, initial climb 5,000 feet, walk 6262.
Webit 4 November.
Edelweiss over there, is that the new 350 perhaps?
QNH,
You got? Or
I
is it
don't know.
330?
Clamp 5
Just had a 350 delivered, haven't they?
Swiss 5 Quebec Delta.
Swiss have got their first one on the way.
Swiss 5 Quebec Delta, read back correct.
Swiss 33 Echo, request taxi.
Swiss 33 Echo, taxi to holding point runway 32 via November, Foxtrot, Alpha and Kilo, hold short runway 28 on Kilo.
Taxi to holding point runway 32 via November, Foxtrot, Alpha, Kilo, hold short runway 28 on Kilo, Swiss 33 Echo.
Lufthansa for Christian Pushback.
Lufthansa 74,
Nothing on Takeoff.
Easy 72 Alpha Whiskey, clear to cross runway 28, continue taxi, line up runway 32.
Cross runway 28, continue taxi, line up runway 32, easy 72 Alpha Whiskey. Strobes are on, crossing our active runway. Let's go.
And Swiss 33 Echo, hold short taxiway Foxtrot, there's an oncoming easy A319 turning right to left.
Clear left.
Correction, left to
Clear
right.
right side. And
Hold short,
whoa.
Foxtrot for the
My
EG
tiller is,
from left to right.
this is not even with my tiller,
Swiss 33
sorry.
Echo.
What we want to do. On the runway. Nothing to see here. But I do need to sort this out. Hit something wrong. I'm turning full left.
Lufthansa 4 Alpha Kilo. Push and start is approved. Watch out, other traffic behind you.
Watch out for that EasyJet captain.
approved, we'll watch Lufthansa perfectly.
Right, just see that. Edelweiss is holding for us.
EGGW Papa Yankee, did I give you a pushback?
Confirmed, yes,
What's going
pushback
on?
was approved. EZ03 Papa Yankee.
Something wrong with my nose was
EG3
doing.
Papa Yankee.
That's a brake bug. Sticks. Yeah.
It just took a bit of time, my GSX is playing up.
Rows come off again. For a minute.
Swiss 15 from right, getting to 8 on Lima.
Clear to line up.
Edelweiss 9 Tango Papa, request taxi.
Hey, cabin is secured. Takeoff runway 32 confirmed. We are TARA.
On ground and ground movement, and please contact apron 121755 for every additional movement. This is the Echo Swiss 33 Echo, the Lufthansa 4 Alpha Kilo, the EZ3 Papa Yankee aircraft on the north side of runway 28. Stay with me.
Got the landing lights.
We are on Lima, Swiss 15 from right.
Swiss 15 Romeo, contact apron 121755. Bye bye.
12175, bye-bye, Swiss 15 from right.
Easy 72 Alpha Whiskey. Wind variable 2 knots, runway 32, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 32, easy 72 Alpha Whiskey.
Lufthansa 74, push.
Lufthansa 74, contact apron. Oh no, you say contact apron 121755 for push and start.
Good to go, take off. Unstable. Amplex 61 SRS, auto thrust blue. Thrust set.
Zurich Tower, good evening. Still 695 by LSZH.
695, wind variable 2 knots, runway 28, clear to land.
100 knots.
695.
P1, rotate. Positive climb, gear up. AP1.
Easy 72 Alpha Whiskey, contact arrival 135.230 right.
Arrival 135.230, thanks for the service, Easy 72 Alpha Whiskey. Lever climb, positive trend, thrust climb, auto thrust. Next one. Arrival hello, Easy 72 Alpha Whiskey is passing 3,200, a bit for November.
Easy 72 Alpha Whiskey, the arrival to the interior right down, climb flight level 120.
Climb flight level 120, Easy 72 Alpha Whiskey. 120's in.
87 Alpha Whiskey, passing 4,000 feet, for the direct down.
Speed checks, flaps 1. Could you confirm the waypoint again, please?
Easy 72 Alpha Whiskey, proceed direct to Sams, Delta Alpha November, Zulu Echo, Sams.
$1,000, okay, got that, passing 4,000 now, so I'll go direct. Let's find that one. Danza, direct to insert, confirmed. The range out, confirm that. Danza, yep. Nice direct. Passing through, and we go standard. Thrust checks 3 times, passing 5, 8 now. Checked. Icing conditions are +9, so we do enter a bit of moisture now. We'll just get the anti-ice on. Landing lights can come off. Cabin pressure is rising. Still a little bit of icing risk. Keep an eye on that. Red switch, auto throttle essentially turns on. It will command the manage speed mode or selected speed mode once we pull the thrust levers back into lever climb after liftoff. Okay, we need
approach BD9 Fox Lima descending 200.
BD 9 Fox Lima, the arrival to the interior right hand side, descend. Flight level 110, cleared Bravo Lima Golf 3, correction Bravo Lima Mike 3 Golf arrival, expect guidance runway 28.
Alright, turning flight level 110, cleared Bravo Lima Golf 3 Golf arrival, runway 28, BD9 Fox Lima.
BD9 Fox Lima, telephone mistake, Bravo Lima Mike 3 Golf arrival.
Bravo Lima Mike, 9 Fox Lima.
Okay, 120 is cleared. We're waiting away. Leave the seatbelts on for a moment. Passing 10, so we can start to think about clearing our radnav. So secondary, we can delete the secondary and recopy the active. And then we'll come into our fix info pages. So all these lines are set up for our engine failure procedures.
Easy 72 Alpha Whiskey. For the climb on advisory, want to do that. Actually, Easy 72 Alpha Whiskey remaining 6.
Frequency. Right.
Easy 72 Alpha Whiskey, stand by for twist radar, I'll be timing on short.
Booko 72 Alpha Whiskey. Right.
Zurich departure, Edelweiss 9 Tango Papa, passing 3500 limit for November departure.
Clear.
Advice, 9 Tango Papa, Zurich heading to you, you're identified.
Yeah.
Climb flight level 120.
Climb flight level 120, Edelweiss 9 Tango Papa.
Clear. Climbing to our optimum, which is good.
Easy, 7 Alpha Whiskey, contact with radar 133.05. Have a good day.
133.05, easy 72 Alpha Whiskey, thanks you.
Have a good one.
Let's go over here, 133.
behind the departing traffic on runway 32, behind LSZH echo.
05, switch over.
033, Quebec Juliet, flight level 120. Quebec Juliet, right, research, you're identified, flight level 120, standby, call you back.
Chris radar, hello, easy 72 Alpha Whiskies with you, level 120.
Easy 72 Alpha Whiskey, right, hello, climb flight level 240.
Climb flight level 240, easy 72 Alpha Whiskey.
Swiss Control, very good evening. This is Lufthansa cargo.
Climb,
62
open
Echo
climb,
Bravo,
240 below.
level 350, just inbound Tango Romeo Alpha.
Lufthansa cargo 62 Echo Bravo, Swiss right, hello, identified, flight level 350.
Oh, the seatbelts on for now, it's going to be a little bit choppy in these clouds, plus we're in
Quebec Juliet,
high terrain areas, a bit of
waiting
roll
for
off the wind coming over the mountains.
Expect back to silent approach. Actually, did you got that? For the meantime, you're cleared for the Nigra 2 Alpha arrival, expect runway 28.
So yeah, at Dread Switch, when we pull our levers back, so initially we were in the flex MCT gate here, and we pulled them back into the climb gate here, and that's when auto thrust kicks in when you select climb. And that's where the thrust levers will stay until I retard those on landing.
Want to send you to me or? I think so, yeah. Alright, yeah, no problem.
Oh, I do need to have a play around with my tiller setting. I need to get a tiller. Another thing to find space for. I might as well build a home cockpit. In fact, I'd like to build a home cockpit. Kind of thing I would like, just a bit of a challenge, just to put one of those together. Yeah, I guess it felt like quite a long setup there, but you're talking about real world. That's what it takes. Especially in the sim, we're doing everything by ourselves and cross-checking, and it's really important to do that. If you get the start of your flight wrong, the planning side, you're not going to have a very good flight. It's not going to be very smooth. You've got to brief it up. Even if you're briefing it to yourself, it's always worth doing, and being clear in your mind where you're going and what you're doing. Seatbelts, I'm happy you can come off now.
Easy 72 Alpha Whiskey, offer ATC, and come on to do that. Like the best.
122.8, thanks for the service, easy 72 Alpha Whiskey. So in that case, we can clear ourselves up to 360.
Sure, Lufthansa Cargo 62 Echo Bravo, descent flight level 310.
310 for Lufthansa Cargo 62 Echo Bravo.
In my operator, normally clear out the cost index number, put 0 in for the climb. That'll get you to the climb cruise altitude a little bit faster, where the air is More efficient for cruising. That's the logic. Get to more efficient air faster. 360 blue. Let's confirm that's what we put in the box. 360. I'll leave it in for now. Don't mind having a bit more forward motion, and we're not burning real world fuel here. So what we're doing on temperature. Icing on for a moment. Quite high clouds here actually. GL, you're enjoying and learning from the short tutorial videos. That's great, great to hear. There's plenty more on the way. I wanted to get lots of the basics out there, but now I'm going to be homing in on a lot more of the detail, and I do need to become a bit more of a regular on streaming. My ideal would be to do a members stream and a public live stream every week. I'd like to dive into more of those failure scenarios as well, so we're getting there. I'm just keen to get the basics out, so that's all there for you to learn from, and then there's always more to learn. I'm still learning in the real world, so every time I open up my computer-based training, or we go into a sim session, or we have a real world flight, we always learn something from somebody else. So, we're due into Luton. 2034 UTC. Hour and 20. Fuel check. Hopefully an extra 23 minutes. Got at Luton if we need it. 1.2 tonnes reserved for diverting to Manchester if we need it. That's another attempt, as long as it's not too busy if we get put in a hold. Right, how are we doing on ice? Good, engine anti-ice can come off. That'll help with our climb. A little bit of a tailwind. Pretty light wind though. What are we doing? What's that Luton now? Let's have a look. 11 knot crosswind at Luton at the moment, 07. Baker Game, thanks for the sub. Welcome to you. welcome to all the new channel members as well. I've had some really good support for the channel. Yeah, welcome new channel members. Thank you for your support. Hope you're enjoying the members first and members only content. And I do plan to do a regular live stream for you as well. Reaper, yes, I have flown the default A330s. I have. I was going to do a little bit on that as well, actually, so I might do a bit on the 330s soon. Quite similar, really, in terms of cockpit functionality. It's just accounting for the handling differences of the aircraft. More, to be honest, it's more in taxiing and those kind of things. Getting those things right. Because when you have a fly-by-wire aircraft, thick inputs tend to have the same reaction, no matter what the size of the aircraft is. The A350 is a little bit different in that regard, so it's a bit more twitchy. But yeah, I might do a bit on the 330 and the 380, but we've got to cover those, I think. See if we've got any more ATC on the way. Yeah, I think you'll be fine on Batson with one of the default 330. What I've seen, I think it's got enough functionality in there. I would certainly go and fly it on Batson. Right, now ATC to effect. We're currently heading north towards Luxembourg, basically. Is there? We're crossing pretty much overhead Luxembourg Airport into Belgium, and then we'll route across Brussels Airport, then out into the North Sea and over into UK. Watching Southern Holland there to Antwerp. Over there. Again, we got overly track as we get across the North Sea as well. Yes, so Reaper, when you select the approach mode, it will target green dot speed as long as you're in managed speed up here. If you select flaps 1, it will target your S speed, and as soon as you select flaps 2, it will start to target your VAP, so your velocity approach, your approach speed. Initially green dots, flaps 1, S speed, flaps 2 or greater, VAP. Hello Rick, long time, very good evening to you. Where have you been? So this is a point in the cruise where we'll also be looking at diversion airfields. Usually the pilot monitoring will be doing all this, sort of, pulling up weather. Thinking about where we are, so what it's like in Luxembourg. We've got Brussels as well to check out. Take the meter, I can do the tap as well. And we can also do Brussels, en route, all those in. Brussels, light winds, cab okay, 10 degrees, that's it, perfect. Nothing to be concerned about in the forecast either, and variable 2, cab okay. Both spot on in terms of weather. .22 red switch, that's pretty normal. In fact, I'd say that's reasonably fast with the 320. Not particularly heavy either, so it does take anywhere up to half an hour, 35 minutes sometimes, depending on weight and wind direction. We've got a very slight tailwind, which a tailwind doesn't help your climb. It does the opposite. If we have a nice headwind, we'll climb a bit faster. But again, I mean, I could zero out the cost index, we would have got up a bit faster. There's other things I could do, but so that is pretty normal. Simo, good evening to you. Using the tutorials a lot recently, excellent, pleased to hear it. More of those on the way. See out there. So, Macau cruise. And we can put on below on the transponder. Is a setting to lower the white noise? Is that particularly on my stream? That's the problem, red switch, for me to knock it back a bit. I'm not sure which of the settings create the, I suppose it's the wind noise it's trying to simulate, isn't it, around the cockpit environment, but it's the environment set. There are a few settings on the sound side, and it's just finding the right slider. But I can confirm the cockpit is a pretty noisy place, due to the rush around it. So Reaper, if it's targeting your flap straight away, it means you've got more than flaps 1 out, so you've got flaps 2 or greater. And Reaper no approach is the same. So even flying the same approach with different amounts of traffic around you and ATC restrictions and that coming in, speed restrictions, you may activate the approach phase earlier than other occasions. You may go flaps 1 earlier or flaps 2. It's judging it based on the conditions. At Red Switch, in terms of line hours, I've got coming up to 10,500 now. That doesn't include simulator time training sessions or the type rating I've done. So in reality, it's a bit more than that, but. Simo, the Airbus is actually quite a slippy aircraft. It does take a little bit of slowing down. You definitely want to be flaps 2 before the glide, otherwise you'll struggle to decelerate the aircraft once the nose starts dropping, once the aircraft goes down. And end up in a situation where you would never drop below your limiting speeds on the flaps, so you cannot select flaps 2. Yep, so a lot of time in the 320 Red Switch. And 8 years of that in the left seat. A few checks here. If you select the all button here and hold that down, it will cycle through your lower ECAM pages. Or you can just keep clicking it and it will cycle through them as well. Be able to hold on one. Just looking at things like generator load, IDG temperatures are one to watch. On the flight control page, just want to check that they're pretty much on the limiting zones here. The aircraft auto trims in flight, so there shouldn't be much movement on these green triangles on the control surfaces. Coming up to Luxembourg. The reality is now, if we had an issue overhead, we've probably got to be proceeding to Brussels now anyway. The time it takes to get down. 319 if you work with 7.9, 29.7 years old. Blimey. Yeah. Getting the long ranges in, are you? Okay, excellent. I wouldn't mind doing long range in a 321. I do fly the 321 Neo on occasion. This aircraft, but not the long range. It's a very nice aircraft to fly though. Reaper, that question comes up quite a lot. As will I ever fly long haul? And it's a lifestyle thing, Reaper. So you know, it's what I do now. I enjoy, and it fits well in my lifestyle. It's with my life, and no immediate plans to change. Would I rule it out? No. But I really enjoy, to be honest, the number of landings, number of approaches I have to make on a day. You know, it's I do like the challenges of the different approaches around Europe. A lot of long haul pilots have to get the approaches in the simulator because they don't get a chance to land the plane every month, and it's a totally different thing. But yeah, I mean, the thought of spending a few days in some Caribbean destinations is great, but yeah, it's very much a lifestyle thing. Yep, flying a 350, very nice. So two things I want from the A350 in my A320. I want the pre-select Q&H, and I want 3 secondary flight plans. In fact, the number one thing is the 3 secondary flight plans available. That is useful. Wouldn't mind having 3 of those, and surely Airbus can come up with some software update, give me a few more secondary flight plans. But those 2 things, throw them in here, and I'm made. That's it. Andy, you're on your way. I did notice you were having a bit of a delay there. I heard on the radio on Pushback as well. So. How far back are you? Let me have a look. Control's just come online behind us. Luxembourg's come online. Passing the climb. Okay. It's all yet to turn off if we're coming the same way. And I guess, you know, there's this presumption that long-haul pilots make the most money. It's not always the case. So otherwise, all pilots will just be, there won't be any short-haul pilots, would there? They're all going to be running off. Yes, but short-haul, medium-haul, takeoff landings, no, potentially a bit more stressful. A bit more going on in the day. But yeah, with all your sector pay and the things stacked up, salaries can be comparable, if not greater, you know, for some. So it's not a financial thing, flying long haul. I guess it's an aircraft thing and a lifestyle thing, isn't it? But, yeah, enjoying what I'm doing now. I'm getting involved in line training, which is enjoyable, having knowledge. I do like doing that. One of the reasons why I made the YouTube channel. Okay, we very often listen to European pilots. Interesting. Yeah, red switch. You're right. It's 4 flights and home, or sometimes they're a bit longer. You're doing your Athens or Hurgadas, your 2 flights and home. Happy days. So plan from here is to go into Brussels. We have a diversion need currently. Very sensible conditions over Europe actually. So it's foggy in the UK this morning, so winds are the light winds. Train radar off now. Not to think about our arrival. So we're coming up Pushback, flight level 220. Echo box. Work ahead of the aircraft, remember. 220 checked. Idesi 180. Idesi 180 checked. Wicked. That's a good name. Into Wicked. Mukta and off Jess 250140. It's 250140. Bears and Koku. And 220 max at Koku. 220 max it is. Kamzi Zagazo. Zaxo is 8. Zaxo 8, 220, checked. That's our arrival routing verified with the constraints. So, think about weather. Refresh meter, line meter. 13 knots. Let me just refresh that. Well done. It has been raining today, so 8,000 meters of visibility. Yep, overcast at 1,000. 009. Landing weight, so it was 63.9. Keep it 2 tons an hour. What were we? 1926, so we're going to be lower probably on our landing weight. Mind your descent to consider. Voice is getting cancelled out, is it? Let me start dropping a little bit on the other side then. I can adjust the noise coming off the sim. So I'll make a few small changes, let me know. So I'm going to go with this figure here. Will be the worst case scenario. If we go 62.6. Medium water brake this is. Crosswind 11 knots. 7 knots on the head. Put that in now. Water brake medium. Landing 7. Vacating. It's probably going to be Alpha 1. Down a little bit more noise. Just getting that fine balance of not losing the immersion of the sounds of the flight deck. You hearing me as well. At top of descent arrows, just markers coming in there. Coming up on Brussels, that's beneath us. Hello, X, sorry I missed your message back there. Boiling away at work, are you? Sorry, I had the mic off there, I was speaking to myself. I was just saying that outside there it looks like the contrail is illuminated. So it'd be pretty cool if we can have some blue or green lights to light up the contrail as you go along. I think that's what it's missing. Landmarks, so they really stand out. They're nicely done when you get up to them. They're like the only thing on a pancake, aren't they? And the flight symbol. So Reaper, going back to earlier issue with sort of descent management and approach. If you come in to flight plan page, left select, go fix input, put your airfield in, put the 30 nautical mile radius around that. That will draw a ring onto your flight plan 30 miles around your airport. If you're at flight level 100 at 250 knots at 30 miles, you're good to shoot and approach from any direction. That works generally really well. So if you want a nice smooth land approach, you can use that as a bit of a target. Especially at times where we don't know how much of a shortcut we may get. If we are suddenly shortcutted, we can instantly know whether we're high or low in profile just by looking at how we cross that line. That's always helpful to throw in. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and give the stream a like. Helps the channel along. Much appreciated. We don't need to throw our performance data in. So QNH was it's refreshed 009. Temperature 7. dew point out of interest? 6. So yeah, it's foggy earlier, so we're not far off dew point. So moisture in the air, icing a bit higher up. There's icing risk there, but also fog. Your visibility 8,000 meters. So 010 at 13. And 7:15. Cats 1. The Barrow. Complete full, so we've got a VAP of 138, velocity lowest selectable 133, plane speed 228. Okay, so it's going to be an ILS 07. We've done the landing calculations, calculated for use of reverse idle, auto brakes medium. Alpha 1 exit on runway 07, left turn, no hotspots for the taxi in. Nothing special, no non-standard ups, pat sim on control at the moment. And we're on the Tofsa. Yeah, actually to the, we're in the LT, we're going to self-vector. Yeah, Andy, just got there. I will self-vector to the north and in. Be pretty normal. That's what will happen in the real world, most likely in that circumstance today. And go around trajectory is our key thing we need to think here. So straight ahead to the locator to hold at 3000 or as directed, and MSAs here, so highest one is 22 in the zone. Tony, when do I use a flaps free landing? Gone past our descent point, haven't we? On 1 minute, yeah. Let's go down. We've just gone past it, haven't we? Are we above profile? Question. Oh yeah, 337. A bit of catching up to do, so constraints on. Cabin crew, top of descent. Plenty of time to catch that up. Anyway, flaps free, so a lot of airlines prefer flaps free. It's less drag, more fuel efficient. Consider runway length, so Luton isn't the longest runway in the world. Flaps free is achievable. Think about speed in relation to winds, so that's if it's lots of variable wind, that kind of thing. Not necessarily turbulence, but strong shifty winds, but wind shear, flaps free. is a preference, but also think about flaps free. You're coming in faster, therefore you may cook the brakes a little bit more, and that may affect your turnaround. There's other factors there like that you have to consider, so it's a balance between efficiency, sometimes dealing with the winds, versus things like the effects on the brakes that you'll have. So flaps config full, we'll come in slightly slower. Certainly we're going back the other way into Zurich in those calm conditions today. On a long runway, that they have their flaps config free, would make sense. And also think about you need to think about the glide angle as well. So if you have a steep approach, config free, you might need a bit more drag than that to help you control your speed in descent on the glide. So config full would be preferred in that as well. So there's a number of different factors, Tony, in terms of flap setting. First things we're looking at are runway length and wind. Once you've worked that piece out, you think about turnaround time, how much am I going to cook the brakes here, and then you sort of think, okay, any other factors, glide path angle. Luke, do you often fly offline by yourself, not on VATSIM or anything? When I'm making videos, yes, there's lots of flying around, but tutorials mostly, those kind of things. But having a play, I do have a play with aircraft setting up, but it's rare these days that I'll do an offline flight from A to B. It'll tend to be on a live stream if I'm doing it. It's take a bit of time, I guess. I enjoy the company. Right, are we making gains on that profile? Yeah, mate, we're catching up. Lost 1-9. So if we really had to get down now, we're in descent at the moment, we can go open descent and we can pull speed and we can crank our speed up. We can go, there we go, throw in 320 and watch the rate of descent increase. Pretty. So that's the more efficient way of descending, so not using your speed brakes, so we're keeping our momentum going forwards, raiding altitude for a bit of speed, but also using that to help with our vertical profile. Which, there we go, we're catching up nicely now to me back in. And there's our blue arrow where we'll meet the profile, and there's the ball coming back in, so we can now go back into a managed descent. Speed descent, and we go thrust idle descent. Mind you, we do have that hard restriction of 180, which we haven't cleared ourselves down to yet. We can get down. Not doing very well. I haven't been paying attention to my actually do with increasing speed. Doing the same thing again. Shooting it back down. There we go, and that's bringing our profile in, so we'll make the restriction here at Idesi. Reaper, no fixed radius for gear down, fully configured. We need to be stable at 1,000 feet, fully configured. as per my operator stop. That's top standard operating procedures. That's reasonably standard. Some airlines are 500 feet, and some will vary it depending on the circumstance. Speed out star. But yeah, if you go stable gates, 1,000 feet, really configured. Right, it's 180, and our next restriction is 140. In 140 blue. Altitude constraints. Till we pass the Desi. Descent, 140 blue. Carry on down. Just have a look for any ATC online. Nothing that's going to affect us. ATC wise, going to be traffic in Luton at the moment. Local. Bit of traffic around Stansted as well, so we stick to our approach till we're past Stansted as well. Making sure we're not interfering with their arrivals and departures. So we're nav accuracy high. Back into thrust idle as well. Speed restrictions coming up. Fuel, 17 minutes extra. So in the case of no delays, we've got another attempt in there. On profile and speed. Oh, about the level of the clouds at the moment, moisture wise. Need to keep an eye out for that. A few high ones around. In terms of icing. level with the tops. As a precaution, I'm going to put engine anti-ice on here. We'll get to a Doku and then we'll vector out for downwind around into 07. We have got real turbulence on, realistic turbulence. You see the speed tape now jumping a bit in the tops of the clouds. Pretty normal. That's, I have said on many streams that I do like the real turbulence effects you get with Flight Sim 24. That's a fair bit of immersion. So 250 knots, restriction 140 coming up. Need to have a look where you are, Andy. It's are you coming up my routing, or you're over? You're coming south. Yeah. You're heading towards Brighton at the moment, aren't you? Coming that way. Crossing London. You've had a bit more ATC that way, haven't you, Andy? The looks of it. Currently 2 to depart at Luton and landed the aircraft on the ground there. Straight 80, enter. Okay, you're top of descent. A little bit bumpy in the tops. So we'll go down shortly and we'll put the seat belts on a little bit early. Okay, 1 speed, descent, 1 visit, 80 blue. Under 10915, cross-checked R, the frequency, ILS. India Lima Tango November, checked. 073, inbound, 074. Why is there always a degree difference? I actually never had that question answered, but most runway tracks is it 1 degree different to all the charts on in the sim, not in the real world. So a bit of a lower platform altitude at this side of Luton, it's about 2,000. And transition. Highest MSA 2,200 for the engine out, acceleration on the go around. Position 65. No ATC online. Right, so we're approaching the 30-mile ring. We're a couple of thousand feet high of 10,000 because we're on a slow course inbound zigzag for the approach over here. So this is still flying full approach, that's why we're high. So if we had a sudden clearance now to go downwind, vectored in, we know we're a little bit high, although it helps us the fact that we're not landing 2.5. I'm still reasonably comfortable. Fair old shifting wind. Bit of a tailwind. Bring us around a bit. And we're approaching 10,000, we'll get the landing lights on. Yeah, we always want to shortcut a zigzag. Bit of an arduous approach via zigzag. Right, let's arrange this down a bit. We can actually self-vector in here, so we can go heading select, bring us down. Downwind, let's try 255-250. Works out. We don't want to come in too close. And we'll go open descent. Frost idle open descent. Heading. Back on the speed. A320. Slightly bumpy one. I mean, 220 is pretty close to our green dots, so at this point you could actually think about activating the approach phase and thinking, okay, we'll fly a bit more efficiently, we'll fly at green dot speed. It depends if you've got altitude to lose, got a bit of altitude to lose, so we can always extend downwind. Hello.
Hi, Captain. The cabin is now secure for landing.
Thank you. See you on the ground. Leave it at 220 just for now so we can get some altitude off. And also looking at the speed trend. We're at green dot, it'll be bouncing into BLS. So, anyone to speak to at Luton? Let's have a look. Only one departure. Andy's coming up from the south. Made good progress there, Andy. We'll probably nose into each other on the final. Engine anti-ice is on. No visible moisture. Light up our icing probe here. Not very helpful. You normally see the ice around the wind. The wind's chilled itself. Alt. Let's keep it going down. Let's do 5,000. Fast idle open descent 50 blue, which will now be 5,000. That's below transition. 1009 confirmed 3 times, passing 78 now cross checked. Turn it in a bit. 335. Cabin crew landing in 10 minutes. Speed up, star. 3,000. Oh, we can do a shallow descent, we can even do vertical speed here. Probably drift it down now on approach, activate approach phase here. So we've got track mileage there to get the altitude off, so we can go green dots. If we're in managed speed, of course. The thrust either open descent. Plane we'll have on the first officer side for this one. So approach checklist, Barrow ref is set 1009, cross-checked, seat belts are on, minimum 715, set on the Barrow, auto brake is medium, approach checklist complete. And 2000 blue. Hi Lee, good evening to you. Hope you're well.
$2,500.
Perfect. Flaps 1, speed checks, flaps 1. Okay Andy, can't finish the flight, no problem. Catch you on the next one. Good evening to you. So S-speed, we'll hold S-speed for now. Oh, you're enjoying the wind wing MCDU, great, we should talk about that earlier. And while on the approach, autopilot 1 and 2, gap free dual. The runway coming in over there in the 11 o'clock. Localizers coming across. Lockstar. Luton traffic, easy 72 Alpha Whiskies, localizer established, runway 07 at 7 miles, Luton. Lock, and we'll go flaps 2, bring back on the speed now, speed checks, flaps 2.
Lima traffic 8069 November Juliet, holding short at Bravo is 107, we can try it.
Okay, traffic holding. Better watch the 07 side. It's quite from platform. Then you can see it's about 5 miles, just over 5 miles. So it's a short distance to get your speed down. So do that early. And as the localizer comes in, glide slope star. As we start our descent, we'll get the gear down. There we go, gear down. And once we're gear down, 3 greens, we'll go flaps free. Gear down, arm the spoilers. Nose lights. Wheel lights. And flaps free. Speed checks, flaps free. And flaps full. Speed checks, flaps full. Go around altitude, 3000 sets. High slope. Quite a crab angle on at the moment.
1000.
Nearly 10 degrees. Landing checklist, cabin secured. Go around altitude 3000 sets. Eco memo, landing nobly. Landing checklist complete. Autopilot's coming out. My control. Cat 1. Right slope's a little bit off.
100 above.
Traffic holding short.
Minimum.
Glide slope.
Continue.
Glide slope.
No, it's not a glide slope, we need to keep it going down.
Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope.
40, 30, 20, retard.
Reverse, spoilers, and decel. 70 knots, side of reverse. Manual braking. You're rolling.
07, decent track.
Okay, take it down to 10 knots for this turn. Your left side. That windsock going there from the crosswind. Was a reasonable crosswind, that one. Luton traffic, easy 72 Alpha Whiskies, clear of runway 07, Luton. Okay, flaps in, spoilers retracted.
Same traffic, easy 59, November Juliet, taking off for runway 07, please.
Yeah, it's a little bit spicy for a sort of bit of a challenge there for that one. I enjoyed that. The Flight Sim 24 turbulence does have quite a realistic effect, I have to say. Okay, we're clear right side. Go the next one. Lee, you've learned a lot from the videos. There's a beer at the bar. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. There's more on the way. Scott, you're more than welcome. I'll catch you on the next one. Okay, APU is available. Inner builds, Luton. Clear left side. Sticky brakes. Stop there, especially on the hill. That was this bug where the brakes keep hang on. Right, so my tiller was overly sensitive one way. Right. Judge that. I need to sort that out. Right, let's go 44 right, shall we? Clear over there, we can get our taxi lights off. Oh, we can take our strobes off. Oh yeah, I'm professional. Andrew, hello to you. Reaper, you're going to have a look back, are you? Extremely, more than welcome, more than welcome. So, we have an APU on. Run that up, be more than 3 minutes. Some bleed on there, and we can shut down. So, 1 hour 49 block to block. Get our M1s down. And only wait till they're below 5%, and then we take the beacon off. That signals to the ground crew that they can indeed deboard. Excellent, well I enjoyed that. Nobody there. They're gone. That was a pretty good stream. Nice to have a bit of ATC online in Zurich. Yep, steady conditions, but a pretty rocky landing actually, so yep, quite a crosswind there, so it's I think 12 knots in the end across the runway, and that was variable, pretty bouncy, so keeps it interesting. I enjoyed that. Thanks very much for the company. I appreciate you all joining me this evening, and we'll try and do another one as soon as we can, hopefully later in the week. Check out more videos. Don't check out the channel memberships as well. There's plenty of content in there for members early access, so do check that out. And I will catch you all on the next one. Have a great evening, everyone. Appreciate the company. Take care.